Let's Cook comes to you compliments Dutch Lady Milk and Maggie products.
At Dutch Lady, we give you delicious and nutritious milk. We make sure our milk is filled with essential nutrients, calcium, vitamins, and protein. Dutch Lady gives everyone in the family a strong start to the day. Keep your family healthy and happy. Dutch Lady, building strong families since 1871.
Distributed by Hubbard's Agencies, Kirani James Boulevard, St. George's.
Welcome to another episode of Let's Cook. It's your boy JC, and today we're in the kitchen. It's the man, the creative chef. Today we at the Captain Harris Suites, and it promises to be another exciting and exhilarating evening of good food and fun. The man, creative chef. We've got another exciting episode today. What's on the menu? Take me through it.
All right, good evening. First of all, what we have today for this selection, we have plantain hash. For those of you who are looking for creative ways to use plantain, we have a plantain hash that we're going to do today, and it's going to go with a little mango chicken, because so many times we have mango in season and we're not finding good use with mango. So we're going to do a little mango chicken. We're going to balance the flavor a little bit, so we offsetting the sweetness of the mango. So we have a nice mango chicken on our way today, and we're going to do it with the bones. So you could do it home. It's not too fancy, but it's a little bit upscale. Right, and then with that we're going to have a nice kale salad. So we have everything going on: fruity, hearty, and flavorful.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Grenada, there you have it. It's Let's Cook. The creative chef, and it's time for me to get out of the way, and the big man, he's going to take over.
So guys, what we want to do, you want to make sure when you're working in the kitchen that you keep your finger folded. When you cut in the onions, you get your finger away from the knife, because it's a very sharp object. For the kids, please don't try this at home, unless you're in the supervision of your parents. But for the adults that's trying this, I like to cut my onions down half, not the horizontal way, but vertical half. That way I get the full and the maximum use of the onion. It's easier that way, right? So the ingredients that we have that we're going to make the hash with, we have onions, garlic, seasoning peppers, some thyme, some chive, and then we're going to season that all up, saute it first and then season it. Just going to dice the onions, make sure it's nice and diced. You don't want it too big, although we're going to break it down when we saute it for the hash. Right, about half an onion is fairly okay. I'm just going to prep the onions as well for the chicken, and I'm going to set it aside. Right, we have the garlic. Normally I would turn the knife on the flat side, and then we will keep in your hands to the back of the knife. You want to get a nice dice, right? So we have the onions or garlic here. Then we're going to break down our seasoning pepper. Remember guys, I do everything in a vertical sense. I just set the onion skins aside here. Seasoning pepper and the onions aside. Right here. So we're going to julienne it first, and then we're going to dice it. So the idea of cooking is to have everything going simultaneously so it shortens the cooking time. Okay. So here we have some, I'll cut our next pepper because we have to do the chicken as well. Deseeded. You always want your finger folded so you don't get cut. So guys, you would have marinated your chicken overnight. We have our chicken marinating overnight, guys, absolutely. We're gonna just come over here by the chopping board, and then we're gonna add a little bit, guys, we're using a little bit of the Maggi products here. You don't wanna add too much because it could really dominate the flavor of the chicken and take it over, right? So I'm just gonna make a special little blend on the side here. Now you use your local seasoning, guys, that you would have your backyard seasoning mixed with a little bit of this, and we would have had that marinating to get the right flavors for overnight. The idea in cooking is to prepare in advance, so then that lessen your cooking time. You could evolve a lot of flavors, right? And I'm going to go in here right with my hands. I'm going to go in here and just give it a general healthy toss. At this time, your pot is supposed to be getting hot, because we're going to add this. We're going to do it a bit different today. We're going to add it to the pot, and we're going to make our mango chicken. You want to take your time and be very, very mindful of how you want to add the chicken to the pot. Today we're using chicken thighs. It's actually thigh and leg. So we're using the leg quarter. And we're going to add this. Now you see this? We're going to add a little bit of water from this just to add over our chicken, so then it can start cooking in the right way, right? Oh, smell this. So you want to add a little water. You let that, we're just going to allow it to take a little color first, and then we're going to add the water to the chicken. Yep. So guys, we just had the seasoning here in a bowl, and we're going to just peep the chicken just to make sure. So this is what you want to have when you're doing your meat. You want it to take a nice color, right? And you can hear that sizzle. It's a nice, lovely golden brown almost. Bear in mind, guys, that the chicken has water in it, so you don't need to add water at this stage yet. You're going to make sure the two sides has equal amount of color, so you want to leave it on both sides for at least 4 to 7 minutes. We're going to add our seasoning here, and we're going to just leave it to simmer. After the 7 minutes, we're going to incorporate it, give it a stir, and then we're going to add the water. So we're going to just add our water to the pot, guys. Right? Not too much, and just give it a nice stir. Ooh, look at that, splashing. And at this stage, you want to allow your chicken to cook for about 25 to 30 minutes on a medium to high heat. And then we're going to add our mangoes almost close to the end. You want to make sure that you're tasting along the way. So you can adjust your seasoning accordingly. Now for now, remember guys, you can always add, but you can't take out. So at this stage, I will just leave it to simmer a bit, and then we could always add some more salt and adjust the seasoning later on. So guys, not just because it's COVID, but you want to make sure that you always keep your hands clean in the kitchen, so you don't carry no germs. You want to have clean paper towel, which is disposable towel. And also not just your hands, but you want to ensure that your cooking station is clean as well. So you want to have 2 cloths that you must have in the kitchen. You must have your wet cloth and your dry cloth. So you just want to make sure that everything is together and it's very clean. Hygiene and sanitation is one of the biggest things in cooking, and you have to have fun with it. But at the same time, you don't want, when you finish, there's a big mess to clean. So we clean as we go.
At Dutch Lady, we give you delicious and nutritious milk. We make sure our milk is filled with essential nutrients, calcium, vitamins, and protein. Dutch Lady gives everyone in the family a strong start to the day. Keep your family healthy and happy. Dutch Lady, building strong families since 1871.
Distributed by Hubbard's Agencies, Kirani James Boulevard, St. George's.
So guys, our plantain is good. It's where we want it to be. Cooked. We just tested it. You want to drain it off. If you have a colander strainer, you want to drain it off. Just drain out the water in the plantain, because we're going to peel it immediately, and then we're going to put it in a bowl and start preparing for our hash. Yes, so guys, here we are with the plantain. It's already cooked. You want to be careful when you taking these off, because they're very hot. So we're going to just add them to the bowl, but it's better to do it when it's hot as opposed to when it's cool. So you want to exercise caution. For the kids at home, please be in the supervision of your parents if you're trying this. It's very, very hot, as you can see. But my hands are a little bit trained. I like to keep it tidy as well. So I'm just going to clear the board here. I'm just going to continue peeling it off. I'll take off all the sediments and the skin. So you just want to run your knife along the plantain, because it's so soft now that it's easy to come out, but bear in mind that it's hot. So you want to be mindful of that as well. I'm going to cut it down. Okay. And it works better, guys, when it's hot, as I said, because when it gets cold, it's going to get too tight, and you will not get the same effect as when it's hot. So we're adding this to the bowl, and then we're going to mash it. And that's going to be the base for our plantain hash. There's no, I don't think there's an easier way to do this but just to jump on with your hands, guys. But just ensure that you have your tissue close by, or your kitchen towel, so you can clean your hands and clean the board. All right. Also clean your knife as you go. All right, so there we have it, guys. Plantain is ready. Any little, like the thread that you would see here, you just want to remove it, because you would taste that when you're eating it. So you want to remove all that, make sure it's nice and clean. And we are about to make it. As you can see, it's steaming, and that's what we want to start for the base of our hash. So guys, what you want to have like a masher for these. Some people, remember we doing this at home. So you want to make sure you have some of these items. You must have a masher at home. If you don't have a masher, you can use a fork. And what you want to do, because it's plantain, it's a little bit tedious, but you want to take your time. Use a bowl. For those of you at home with your mixing bowl, you could use your mixing bowl with the round bottom. And you want to just mash this, right? And then we're going to transfer it on the board to shape it, because we're going to fry it afterwards to make our hash. Right? You could mash it, you could rough chop it. You just need the plantain to break up. And what we're going to do at this stage, we're going to add all the seasoning that you see we had before. We're going to add it into the plantain, right? But before we add it, what we need to do, we need to saute it so it can get soft, so you can appreciate the flavors, because you don't want your hash to be eating raw onions when you're eating your hash, right? So we're going to head over to the stove side shortly, and we're going to just saute the onions, the garlic, all the nice stuff that we have there, and then we're going to season it up. Now if you're starting to get messy like I'm getting here, just be mindful, stop, take a little while, clean up, and go again. So guys, we continue with the hash. So what you want to do, you want your pot to get hot, and we're about to saute the vegetables, actually the seasoning that we use, we're going to be using for the hash. Now you just want to get nice and hot, and we're just going to turn this around until we're sauteing it, and then we're going to add it. Now if you're not used to flipping, please refrain from doing this at home. But you want to give it a healthy toss, or you can just stir it, let it get nice and golden brown, because you remember that's going to be the flavor in your hash. So once the onions and the garlic is sweating and it's nice, get a nice color on it, I would say on a medium to high heat for about 30 to 45 seconds. Should give you exactly what you're looking for, because you just want the onions just to sweat down a nice little bit. Right, and we're just going to add it in here, guys, as you can see. Alright, we're going to set this to the sink. And at this stage, we're going to season a little bit more with our seasoning, with our little Maggi seasoning that we had. Right? And then we're going to cut up some chives and add with that. Alright? Grab our masher over here. Just incorporate it a bit. It's nice. It's beautiful. You see what we have here? So we had all our onions, we have all our peppers and all that inside the plantain. And now what we're going to do with it now, we're taking the plantain now and we're just going to shape it out. You could take about half cup. And you're just going to shape it out. Then we're going to set it over here. So you just take you want to bring it together to the corner of the bowl. Alright? For this stage you could use gloves. I've been washing my hands, so it's fairly okay and clean. Right? You just want to shape it. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, right? You shape it. You want it to be about less than an inch, about 3/4 of an inch in height, and in width it could be about 2 to 3 inches. Right? You want to shape them out like this, flatten it, and we're going to make what we call our plantain hash, but it's going to be fried. This is a fun activity that you could do with your kids as well, guys, at home, because you know the kids will like to get in here, and it's nice and warm. Shape it out. Just shape it out. Like I said, they don't have to be perfect, but you want all of them to be looking almost like the same consistency, the same thickness. And today we use a Hana plantain that had about 8 to 9 grain in it. And of course this could serve almost 5 to 7 people. Making sure that the chicken is where we want it to be. It's almost there. Just about another 10 minutes and we should be there. So guys, we are about to make what we call our egg wash. We're going to add some milk. We're using Dutch Lady milk with 2 eggs. Right? We're going to whisk that together. Right? This is going to be part of the breading process, we call this, for our plantain. But this plantain is, we're going to fry it, but it's a plantain hash, right? And of course, you could season at this stage as well. You season at every stage that we go along in, right? We have our flour here at the top, and then we have some breadcrumbs. Now, if you have any stale bread home, you could always use some stale bread to make a little breadcrumbs. And the idea is you want to use 2 hands. So the hand that's going in, this is a 3-phase process. Now the hand that's going in the flour and dropping in the egg, the right hand is going to take it from the egg wash into the breadcrumbs. So you're not going to crisscross. So we start here, my left hands, right? Slightly flour it. We're going to drop it here, right? And then we're going to take it from here with our right hand into here, into the breadcrumbs. Set it aside. Same thing, you repeat the process until finished. So we flour, egg wash, breadcrumbs. Yes, so guys, we have it breaded and we are about to just give it a nice little fry. And now guys, this is the interesting part. You don't want it to fry for too long. You just want to get a nice golden brown on each side. So what we want to do is just, this is called, we Frenching it. It's normally done in meat as well, guys. But before we turn it, we just want to start putting it on top because we shallow frying these. Remember, the plantain is already cooked, so we just want a nice coating on it, right? And we don't want to be eating it too raw. We're getting ready to turn it. Just lean the pot a little bit. Now, for those of you who prefer deep fried, this could be deep fried as well. Right? But if you're home and it's a nice economical way, just take your time. For the kids that's trying this, take your time. You see the color is getting nice and golden brown. You want to make sure your heat is medium to high, and you want to keep it on each side until golden brown. All right. So we're getting ready, guys, so just check it to make sure. Oh, look at that. Right? Not too dark. This plantain is very unforgiving. Once it gets too dark, then it's going to be burnt. So you want to monitor this over a medium to high heat. Don't turn your back on it and go watch TV while you're doing this step. You want to take it, and what you want to have prepared, you want to have a plate with a paper towel just to absorb the grease. So we're looking very good here, guys. I'm just going to take it out. Just allow it to cool a bit. Nice golden brown. Plantain cakes. Beautiful. So guys, we had a nice Ceylon mango that we just chopped. We peeled and we're about to chop it up. We're just going to julienne it to add over our chicken. I use Ceylon because it's less shred, it's more palatable. And then we're going to add that with some chives. This is the final stage of our chicken. You want to rough chop the chives because it's going to help add for garnish as well. So I'm just going to run the knife through it, just a little rough chop in it. And then we're going to stir that in the chicken. Now at this stage, the chicken is almost there. So we're about to add the chopped mango with our chives. That's the last stage for the chicken, guys, because as you can see, the chicken is cooked. We're just going to add this in and then stir it in. Now this, guys, you can add a little pepper as well. This is going to add a little sweetness to our dish. Guys, remember, it's all about let's cook. And these are stuff that you can use at home. Now we're going to add a little water with this, guys. Just a little water. And we're well on our way. So we have our plantain hash that we made in the form of some cakes. We fried, shallow fried. And then we have our chicken, and then we're going to whip up our quick salad on the side, our little kale salad. So we're going to turn off the heat right now, and we just give this a stir. So this is ready to go, guys. As you can see, look at it. The sauce is thickened up. Right, and we're just going to add a little water in there, just to get the chicken right where we want to get it. Right? You want to have chicken so it could be moist. And you could always add your pepper, guys, as well. Those of you who love pepper. As you can see, the mango is just going right into the sauce. That's why we julienne it. And you can see the consistency. It's a nice pourable consistency for the sauce. And we let that simmer on a low heat. And we're ready to serve up our dish. Turn the stove off. We're getting ready to serve up our dish. So guys, we're about to whip up a nice little mango tango drink. What we have a little lime juice in there already. We're going to add some ice. A cup of ice. We have a Ceylon mango that we peeled. We're going to add that to it as well. We have some Dutch Lady condensed milk. Remember, it's always good to add. You can take out. So we're going to just add a little bit. If we need more, we'll add more. Right? We're going to add some water to that as well, guys. Right? But first, I'm going to blend it, and then I would add the water after. Right? Just make sure the top comes on. Today we're using our Ninja. Make sure it's on. Power is on. Get this out of the way. And we're going to start to blend it. Now we're going to blend it. We're making a pulse it first, and then we're going to run it on the blender. Right? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. So it's not too thin and it's not too thick, guys. It's nice.
Well, folks, the journey, this is where we're at, the end product. Chef, it's time that we get to present the dish. Tell us exactly what's on the table.
Definitely. So what we have on the table, what you're looking at on your screen, we had the plantain hash that we deep fried, so we made it into a nice little cake-like consistency. We also had our chicken that we used with the bone in, which was the leg quarters that we used, and we used the seasoning. We used some of the Maggi seasoning in there, and then we had that go down with a nice little mango sauce, and then we have a nice fresh salad. And to finish it all off, we're gonna just pour the mango drink that we have. Woo, look at that. Right? Woo!
Well, mango is in season. You can safely say it flows. Well, folks, there you have it. Simple, quite delicious. Chef, we're getting ready to wrap, but the focus of Let's Cook is to highlight using local products.
Definitely.
Simple dishes at home.
Definitely. Simple dishes at home. This is the quarantine time, as we all know, and it's not too expensive on your pocket because we know how the dollar is tight right now, and we're just making it nice and creative with a key.
Well, folks, until another time, another place, we say, let's cook. That's your boy JC and the Creative Chef. So long, everybody.
Take care.
Let's Cook was brought to you compliments Dutch Lady Milk and Maggie.